So I was walking around my house today, and we had the house painted by some local contractors about 2 years ago, and they didn't do the greatest job. They're like the Mako of auto repair. These guys like the Mako of house painting. So with that said, I've been touching up some paint, and we had a bunch of shutters put on the house, and all the shutters are starting to loosen up 2 years later because they used the wrong screws, and I'll show you what I got going on. So I'm walking around the house, and I noticed my shutter right here lifting off, and this has happened before. So it's pulling off from the bottom, and all the screws are coming out all the way up. So I pulled one of the screws out. This is what they put in there. It was like a fine screw. It almost looks like a drywall screw. It might not be, but it's a fine screw. You don't want to use fine screws to put your shutters on because they're gonna pull out. They don't get a good enough bite. So I've got some deck screws here. I'm gonna zap, the shutter in and fix a couple other ones like that with these screws. So you're putting your shutters on, you want something that's gonna have a bite to it and not pull out easy, like these fine, coarse, these fine thread screws right here. You want like a coarse thread one. So I just zapped that shutter down with some deck screws. They're coarse thread, so the wind isn't gonna rip that off. That's the thing too, like if you get some shutters that are lifting off the house, you want to zip them back down because the wind gets under there and it's going to rip it off the house, and you got to buy another shutter. And I just bought all these shutters and they weren't cheap. So Steve and I are always fixing cars. We have a lot of friends that are contractors and stuff like that. I didn't use anybody I know to do this, but talking to guys and stuff like that, they point out to you everything that these guys do wrong. And you got to watch people like a hawk. Even if you hire somebody to do stuff, we try to show you on the channel things to be careful for, whether it's with an appliance or your house or your car. It's we try to educate everybody, or at least give them a heads up of, hey, this isn't right. And I hope this is one of those videos for you and you guys enjoyed it.